Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance, where I show you how to make the most likely repairs you'll need to make in your lifetime. If you'd like to get the latest videos, subscribe and then hit the little bell icon right at the subscribe button, and it'll notify you of any new videos when they're released for you.
Right there, a contactor burned. Not good. Alright. At least it's a little bit cooler today. Make changing that contactor out a little bit easier. Nice day. Okay, located a new contactor. I thought I was out of them, but I actually had two left, so it's a good thing. That definitely needs a new contactor. Gone ahead and pulled the disconnect right there, and we're going to discharge the capacitor. The capacitor holds a charge in it even after the power is disconnected. And going to measure our voltage on the sides coming in to see what's going on here. Well, the transformer is working. Usually it's a relay. It receives voltage on the side, one on each side, for 24 or 29 volts from the thermostat, and that pulls the contacts in, bridges the lead. It's got 28 volts, 29 volts, 26, 24. Alright, so our voltage is fine. But that allows the power coming in from the bottom, from the whip, from the disconnect to the bottom, and then passes across, is transferred to the capacitors. Anyway, everything in the system has a shutoff,
on most units.
has a protection. There's a thermal switch on the compressor, there's a thermal switch on the fan.
Those separate when overheated and come back together when cooled
there's
down.
a switch in the capacitor. Each capacitor, if it bulges, it separates contacts. So if it overheats, it'll boom, internally it'll bulge out so that the capacitors don't explode. And then the disconnect has got fuses in it. Some units will have a circuit breaker, and that's also coming from the circuit breaker from the unit.
From the panel.
It's kind of a protection on each component.
On most units.
All right. Anyway, let's get after this deal here. So, got our black wires on the left. This is pretty common for Goodman units. So, got two black wires on the left, and then the two red wires are wires on the right. It makes it easy to remember that the R is on the right.
Red run on the right.
Still nursing this darn finger alone. Another cut on there. I'm still live, I can still fix things. I'll go ahead and, before I take the bottom wires out, just take these screws out. Again, we've discharged our capacitor. Capacitor holds a charge in it even after the power is disconnected. So from the
contactor,
you've got a red wire and a black wire, common and run, and they both meet up.
One on each side of the load
to your compressor. And then you've got the start wire from the capacitor that gives an initial start to the compressor. For the fan, you've got similar. You've got a black common wire, and then a red wire. And they're often different colors, but you know, the two sides of the power giving Q20 to the fan, but then you've got a capacitor that gives it its initial start. I'm butchering the explanation there, but just so you understand a little bit. Looks like this just has the one wire on the bottom there. I'm going to go ahead and pull my leads off. backpack with my tripod today, my
Camera.
I'm out of juice. Pull to disconnect.
Thermostat leads.
Still got low voltage here. Low voltage wires.
It's a little safer to go inside and turn off the
So I'm
thermostat.
using my insulated tool.
Then you won't have any voltage going through there.
Leads off there.
In the essence of time.
Okay. And then now we've got our higher voltage coming in at the bottom. And a lot of times you'll have a crankcase heater leads. This one has them. Wow. But I don't see them connected. Let's see, I see a... Yep. See these yellow. Where are they going? Weird. Yeah, they've been disconnected. There's one. Looks like this one's the fan motor. This one's one of them. Where's the second one? Right here. Oh, the second one's connected. So we had one lead disconnected. But we'll rehook those up. Disconnect it for now. There goes our leads to the compressor. Or leads to the contactor. Alright, now we can take it out. Cool. That's a bad one. Okay. So, the screw fell down inside there. There we go. And so this one had one on the bottom. Okay. And I need to connect one side of the harder to reach side of the contactor. There we go. I'm going to move my other low voltage wire out of the way. It's still got voltage in it and can still shock you, especially if you're perspiring. And go ahead and set the bottom wire here. Come on, buddy. There we go. Stubborn. Let's go ahead and get these. That one's on. Solid. What's this one? Alright. There we go. Nice and tight. Terminal. There we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. And now we should check the capacitor. Disconnect just the start side. Wow, that was really loose. Should probably check all these leads. We don't want anything that loose. It's too loose. Okay. I was just gonna only disconnect the start side, but okay, let's see. So this is a 35. Let's see what we got. Looks like a relatively new capacitor, 34.4. That's good. Okay, but we do want tight connections. We don't want no loose connections. Loose connections, place to build up. That's pretty loose. That side, that's tight. That one nice and tight. Okay, now a hard start kit. Start wire on the other side was really loose. So. Okay. Now we got just our hard start kit, one lead to each side. That one. Now everything's nice and tight. All right. And we can also check our fan. Not discharged yet. Kind of better than getting called back. And 4.92, so that's good. So our capacitors were good. Just we had loose connections there. Loose connections will do that. Cause heat to build up, and that's probably what happened on our system here. So it's hard on the feet. Okay. Nice and strong. Okay. We're ready to fire it up. And see how we go. So, got our common wires. Got the yellow start wire by itself. This one doesn't have a jumper from the fan, as the jumper is contained in the brown and white wire. It connects to the common side. We are ready to run. All right. Here goes. Compressor started right up. nice and cold. Make sure we stay cold. Doesn't sound too good, does it? Doesn't look too good either. But it is nice and cold. It's running. Sounds a little better now that it's getting some refrigerant going to it. Nice and cold. Really cold. I wish they'd tell you on the compressor what size capacitor to go with. Some of the new compressors take a 45 instead of a 35. I think, all compressors, they should label them. Just, why not? But we're running. We're nice and cold. It's getting dark and I gotta get out of here, so it's a done deal. And so we tightened up all of our connections. It's gonna help keep things from wearing out prematurely. It looks to me like that's what happened here, so. I don't see any leaks. I do see what looks like a pretty tired compressor, but it's alive. And we're almost out of the heat season, so the dinosaur's gonna survive another day. I almost wonder if a 45 capacitor wouldn't work better for this one. But it's had a 35 on there for years, so I don't know. I think the capacitor manufacturers, again, they should label them.
Compressor manufacturers.
But we're running, we're good. I'll pack up all my stuff here. I need to order more contactors. I have one left. Well, I have one single pole and one double pole. Double pole, 2 poles. Single pole contactor is for a situation where the compressor has an internal heater and it's usually on the left side. You know what? I wired this one backwards. On this one, the black wires were supposed to be on the left and the red wires on the right. Now, for this situation, it doesn't matter. For many situations, it would. In that single pole contactor that I mentioned, it would matter because you would keep constant power only on the common side, usually on the left side, and the R or the right side. Make sure our fan motors go in the correct direction. The R on the right side would not have constant power. And if it was wired wrong, then you'd be giving constant power maybe to a fan motor or something that you didn't want to.
You can see even on the bottom here, the incoming wires, the one on the right, on the bottom is red, the one on the left
is black. But this one we're fine. The power, it doesn't really care.
My bad.
It just, but, you could switch those around, that would do that. But anyway, everything's good here. We're good to go. And again, because this has the crankcase heater coming from the bottom, that style, then it doesn't matter which side the R was on, the red ones or the black ones, it doesn't matter. But in another situation, that would matter, and so I wouldn't leave it that way in that situation. But that was my mistake there. And getting dark. On a different day, I might change that around and take the time to flip that around, but not today. We're running good. Compressor actually sounds better now that it's been running for a little bit. So it's a done deal. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm going to close this up a little better. Fix things up. Again, technically that would be the correct way, but it doesn't matter in this instance, so done deal. Thanks for watching.
Here with me, I call on your name. In the midst of the praise, give and enjoy. Your peace surrounds me as love overflows. Glory to Jesus, Savior of my soul. In the midst of the battle, the struggle, the war, as I look up to you, the victory is sure. Your promises stand despite fury and flame. The gates of hell will not prevail. To the night when I cannot see, your light burns bright deep within me. Your words, your instructions, they set me free. The gift of your presence eternally.